Okay, sorry. Yeah, I got a cold just a bit. That should be alright now. Let's get started on part 2.
I must succeed! For everyone's sake! I know I'll never see them again, but I still miss them. I'm sorry. Let's go and find everyone.
If you call,
I will go with you.
Red Hood, engage.
shall we go, Uni?
I consider it a blessing to fight alongside you. Let us be on our way. I'm always ready. I remember when I first opened my eyes and found myself here. An infinite black void. All that stared back at me was cold seawater and endless bits and bobs from the surface which gluttony had swallowed, as well as a red core. At first, I used my abilities to try every possible method of escape. I tried shooting bubbles at the core. I tried using my kotodama. None of it worked. Gluttony was different than ordinary raptures. It was moving by primal instinct alone. The result was that my kotodama had no effect on it. Gluttony seemed to prioritize its urge to consume above all other instincts. When I'd exhausted all possible means of escape, I started to become afraid. Was I going to die in this place? Once I was digested, what kind of attack would gluttony unleash on the outside world? What would happen if gluttony found out about the nature of my bubbles? Was I doomed to fail once again? Without achieving anything? It was at that moment that I remembered a promise I'd once made to a few friends. She told me that from now on, our story was no longer one of failure, but a fairy tale. One with a happy ending. I became determined not to give up. My friends were surely out there, trying their best in order to keep that promise too. I couldn't give up. I had to struggle with all my might. In order to keep myself alive, I had to create more bubbles. I expanded the protective bubble around myself in order not to be detected by gluttony's core. I gathered surrounding remnants from the surface and created a space where I could live. I crafted a tree out of bubbles, fabricated a bubble workshop, and built all the places where I lived with you guys. I also made dolls that resembled my friends and launched them up to the surface. I hoped that someday, perhaps my friends would encounter these doppelgangers and come looking for me. I continued making the bubbles and launching them up to the surface. Again and again, I did this. I waited for a long time. At times, the loneliness was excruciating. I considered giving up more than once. But even in the deepest depths of my despair, my longing to see my friends trumped all else. I wanted to uphold the promise I made on that day. And so I strengthened my resolve countless times and pushed on. Then you guys came, swallowed whole by gluttony. I was terribly worried for you all. But paradoxically, I was also ecstatic to finally have company. During my time alone, I had learned how to control my kotodama. And being able to talk, laugh, and live with you all filled me with ineffable joy. That's how much you all mean to me. Your presence here was a gift. I'm so glad I was able to meet you all. I'm not afraid of the end anymore. I'm no longer scared. I'm no longer lonely. So don't blame yourselves. And live well. Siren!
Molly opened her eyes.
What?
Above Molly is ceiling of what appeared to be a medical room.
Are you awake? Who? Nice to meet you. I'm Mana of the MMR squad. I'm not alone. We're all in this together.
Even when I'm preparing, I'm
gorgeous.
I need time.
Develop something like an incident magazine. I'm glad I was able to protect everyone. Are you Mori from the incubator squad? Yes. I see. Where am I? This is Reclamation Site 01. It's the first area on the surface that we've successfully reclaimed. Have you heard of it? I have, but what am I doing here? Once we were out of danger, Wardress brought you back here. Are Mihara and Uni? They're outside. Would you like to go meet them? Yes.
Mori.
Mihara, what happened to Gluttony? Where's Siren?
Gluttony left.
No. Is there any way we can follow it? We need to go save Siren!
It's possible for us to track it, but...
Then let's go. We have to hurry before it gets too far.
we can't do that.
What?
We can't go.
Do you hear what you're saying? Don't you want to save Siren?
Of course I do. But tracking Gluttony is impossible.
Why not?
Mori, do you know what kind of rapture Gluttony is?
No, I don't. And I don't care. Besides...
No. This is something you need to know. Siren risked her life to save your own. I can't let you go rushing headlong into danger without knowing anything, even if it is because you want to save her. If you end up throwing your life away recklessly, all of Siren's sacrifices will be in vain. Gluttony appeared during the first Rapture invasion. A Tyrant-class Rapture. After humanity went into the Ark, it rarely showed up. And so the only information we have on it is from old records. It consumed an ICBM intended to destroy the lift, then expelled all that energy back at the launch site and utterly decimated it. From that point on, humanity stopped using large-scale armaments against Rapture facilities. That's probably why Siren insisted on staying behind. If Gluttony digests the AA pillar and the energy contained within it, this entire region would be wiped off the map.
Is it really that dangerous?
Yes, it is. It's a miracle that we were able to get out of that thing alive. And here you are, wanting to rush back towards it. Are you sure you can do that? You're afraid of fighting run-of-the-mill ordinary raptures. When you stand in front of Gluttony, are you sure you won't lose your nerve? Besides, this isn't a problem which can be solved with willpower alone. Even if you are willing to risk your life, you most likely won't be able to make a dent in that beast. You'd be throwing your life away. I understand that it's a bitter pill to swallow, but there are some things which we are powerless to change. This is one of them. You can't do this, Mori. You must give it up. The best thing for us to do now is rest. In the meantime, we can take our time to mull this over. Let's go,
I'm not stupid. I know that. I know that if I go out there, I'm signing my own death warrant. That I might die without being able to do anything. Especially since we're talking about me. Someone who's afraid of even regular raptures. I realize I'd be powerless against something like Gluttony. You're right. The right thing for a weak NIKKE from the incubator squad to do is give up. But I can't. I can't get it out of my head. I can't abandon her. She was the first person who told me she was glad I was alive. Even if I get chewed up, melted into a puddle, whatever it is, I want to go save her. I can't live knowing that she gave up her life for mine. So...
Molly knee front of Mira and Yuni.
Mori.
Please. Just this once. Could you help me? I know what I did to you is unforgivable. I know how shameless this request is. I'm perfectly aware that I should be asking for forgiveness instead of a favor. So I'll do anything. If you go with me, I will do anything. I put my life entirely in your hands. If you tell me to submit a false report, I'll do it. I will give you anything and everything I have. You give the order, any order, and I'll obey. If you want me to die in your place, I'm willing to do it any time. So please, help me, just this once. I don't have any special skills or connections. All I can do is beg. So here I am, on my knees, begging you to help me chase after Gluttony. Please.
I knew this would happen. Once someone has been shown love, they'll never give up. Such affection. Such sorrow. I suppose we don't have much choice, do we? If you're that determined, Mori, let's go save Siren.
Mihara.
But we can't rush in without a plan. Before we make our move, we need to find a clue as to how to take down Gluttony. If we don't do that, then this isn't a rescue operation, but a suicide mission. Understand?
I understand.
All right then. Let's go see what we can find out.
My voice is ready.
Oh no, I was just getting into the groove.
Even when I'm preparing, I'm gorgeous.
Why don't you just develop something like an infinite magazine? Better reload.
Let me check the mirror for a moment.
Infinite magazine.
Did you see that? I'm strong, but my comrades are stronger.
Temporary Operation Room in Reclamation Site 1.
So that's why you came to see me?
Yes, we came seeking whatever knowledge you have on gluttony.
I already provided you with all the basic information about gluttony.
Indeed, and we thank you for that.
So what more do you need to know?
Are you aware of there being any way to take it down?
Gluttony, you mean?
Yeah. I figured with you being the way you are, you'd have considered potential ways to eliminate it.
Me? Why would you think that?
When we were swallowed by gluttony, I heard you say to us, "Get away from there immediately." Isn't that because you were in the middle of dropping the AA pillar?
How did you know that?
We saw the AA pillar inside Gluttony's stomach.
The AA pillar is still inside Gluttony?
Yes. In order to prevent that energy from being absorbed, the NIKKE who saved our lives is still inside Gluttony. So, in order to rescue her, we need a way to subdue Gluttony, even if it's only momentarily. Is there any way to make that happen?
The fact that you all came back alive after being consumed by Gluttony is surprising enough. Now I'm being told there's still someone inside? Is she a pilgrim?
We're not sure, but most likely, yes.
That at least increases our chances of a successful rescue. We're conducting joint research into this incident, along with the central government. So, I'm not at liberty to act on my own and divulge information.
I see.
What I can do for you is introduce you to someone else who could help. Would that be all right?
Who would that be?
Yo,
Hello. Since this is my first operation with Wardress, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Shifty, an operator from the Central Government's Intelligence Division. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Shifty.
I'm seeing a few faces that don't belong to Wardress, at least according to the database. Since you mentioned this operation involves a few secret agents, I won't ask any questions.
That's very considerate of you.
Mana briefed me on the situation. You all escaped from inside Gluttony. And now you're planning to track it down in order to rescue the pilgrim that's still inside. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. Is there any way we could receive support from the central government?
That would be somewhat difficult. Unless Gluttony poses a direct threat to the central government, they've decided not to actively pursue it.
So you mean they're just leaving it alone?
I figured that's the conclusion they'd reach.
May I ask why they decided on that course of action?
Probably because they haven't found a way to eliminate it yet.
You think so?
Of course. After it swallowed the AA pillar like it was nothing, we've been at a loss as to how to take it down as well. We haven't come up with any definite way to destroy Gluttony. At least, not at the moment.
We did think of attempting an extermination operation by deploying an elite combat squad from the Ark, the counter squad. However, given that the Ark has recently suffered a large-scale attack, it was decided that reinforcing the Ark's defenses was our top priority. As far as I know, our current strategy is to refrain from proactive engagement.
I see. I suppose that means we don't know of any way to restrain gluttony either.
Siren.
Actually, that's not entirely true. It's far from exact, but...
There's a way?
Well...
We have found a way to damage it. The only thing is that the method is rather extreme, and it requires a big sacrifice. As such, we've designated it as unviable.
When you say sacrifice, what do you mean?
Yeah, what kind of sacrifice?
Someone has to enter through Gluttony's mouth and plant this onto its core.
Mana, take out a glass container filled with crystal and batteries.
Are those crystals?
E2 crystals, to be precise, harvested from the crystal region. They have a unique property where they absorb electrical energy upon contact. They then continue to expand until all energy is depleted. They are dangerous to NIKKEs as well as raptures. Unless sealed within glass, like so, it will instantly consume anything it touches.
If we're able to plant that onto Gluttony's core...
Yes. No matter how adept that creature is at absorbing and discharging energy, there would be no way for it to counteract a parasitic organism attached directly to its own core. Barring any unforeseen circumstances, I'm positive this could take it down.
Then what are we waiting for?
Gluttony isn't simply going to sit still and let us plant this on it.
That's why this method was deemed infeasible.
Precisely. There had never been a recorded case of anyone escaping from gluttony after being consumed by it. But then you guys showed up. You all came shooting back up out of gluttony like some kind of miracle.
But that's all it is. A miraculous fluke, yes, but a fluke nonetheless. If you were to go back inside, the chances of coming out alive are still close to 0. Even with that pilgrim still being inside the beast, if something were to go wrong during your attempted entry, we would have no safeguards in place to respond to such a situation.
Right. If its mouth closes before you're all the way inside, or if the silver liquid touches you, you'd melt instantly.
I'll do it.
This isn't a decision you should make lightly.
I'm not making it lightly. I told you. It doesn't matter what happens to me. I want to save her. So I'll do it.
Mori.
I can do it.
All right.
In that case, there are 2 remaining uncertainties. A method to lure gluttony, and a way to keep its mouth open and hold it in place. If we can find answers to those 2 quandaries, it'd go a long way to ensuring the operation is successful.
A way to hold it in place.
You don't have any ideas at all?
No, we haven't come up with a solution for that yet. That's another reason why this operation was never attempted.
I see.
Okay. That should be enough information to go on.
Does that mean...
Yes. Let's go save Siren. Thank you both for your help. We will think of the rest ourselves.
Understood.
I will send you all away.
Why don't they just develop something like an infinite magazine?
Reload.
There's some dirt on my face.
Did you see that? I'm strong, but my comrades are stronger.
Decimation 7 indoors.
How in the world can we hold gluttony in place?
Mori, I've been thinking.
Yeah?
Remember how you told us you were willing to do anything?
Yes. I'll do anything you tell me to. Just say the word.
Then, could you perhaps lend me your phone for a moment?
Huh? My phone?
Yeah, I need it.
That's it? Why do you make it sound so serious? I was bracing myself for something big.
Sorry. You seemed awfully tense, so I wanted to lighten the mood. Don't you feel a bit more relaxed now?
Yeah, sure. I'm positively stress-free. Anyway, here. What do you need it for anyway? I really don't know anyone who could help us.
There's someone. Someone very powerful.
I know someone like that?
You certainly do. She sent you to us.
Hold on. Are you?
I'm going to contact her. Is that okay?
Yes, it's okay. You don't have to keep asking for my permission. I told you, I'm willing to go through anything and everything. So hurry up and do it.
Thanks, Mori. I'll be right back.
You're not doing it here?
I think I'll need a little privacy for our conversation. Uni, will you stay with Mori for a moment? It won't take long. What's wrong, Uni? Do you not want me to go? I'm sorry, but I really must go. I have something to discuss with this individual. I think they may have a solution to our problem. They should know a way for us to keep gluttony momentarily in check. Or, in other words, a perfect way for me to utilize my power. So, please, could you stay with Mori for a moment? I'll be right back.
And Mihara walked outside, leaving Uni behind. For some reason Uni can't fully explain. She felt nervous. Mihara seemed to have come to some momentous decision. And the fact that Uni doesn't know what it is or how to stop it is terrifying her.
Are you okay, Uni? Uni?
Staring at the one she believes is the cause of all this, Uni overcome by an extreme impulsive. Mihara walked down the hallway, gripping Mori's phone.
Maybe contacting this person isn't the right choice. No. I need to settle this once and for all. Even if only for Uni's sake. I can't keep living in the dark, constantly under threat. I can't protect anyone like this. I can't save anyone. I can't achieve anything. It'll end up just like before. I'll only end up full of sorrow. I need power. I need to get stronger. Let's do this.
Mihara unlocked Mori's phone to make the call.
A message.
Mihara opened Mori Blah Blah app. Mori, how is your task coming along? The deadline is quickly approaching and I haven't heard from you. I clearly saw that the calling signal was activated. Why hasn't been a report? Are you dead perhaps? So the Mira contact is ready for some equipment purchase, or the
I vow
another
to
can do
protect
anything.
you.
Why don't they just develop something like an infinite magazine? Let's keep going! Just a little bit more!
I won't stop until we reach the happy ending.
Well, hello there. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I believe we haven't had the pleasure.
That's right. Nice to meet you.
Wow, you really don't remember? I guess your last memory wipe was the one that finally stuck.
Oh, is that so?
I figured since you were hanging out with Uni with an explosive collar of your own strapped on, you must have retained some of your old memories, but apparently not. What a shame.
Yes, it would have been nice if I remembered. Then I would have known about you much earlier.
Oh, how nice of you. However, I don't see Mori. You didn't off her, did you?
She's such a nice kid. How could I kill her? She's somewhere safe, resting.
Ah, I see. If she isn't dead, why isn't she the one contacting me? Apparently she's not as afraid of being disposed of as I thought.
What did you say?
Didn't she tell you? If she doesn't report back with her findings on my little experiment, she's headed for the scrap heap. I assumed you knew everything since you're contacting me on her phone. Looks like I was wrong again.
This is my first time hearing all this.
Well then, this is quite a pickle. I'm rather curious to hear about the outcome of the experiment. Perhaps I should ask you how it went?
If I tell you, what's in it for me?
Look at the little negotiator. You're a cheeky one. What do you want?
It's a big ask. Is that okay?
Hearing you out doesn't cost me anything.
All right, then I'll get to it. Stop this calling signal experiment on Uni.
I'd rather not.
Stop meddling in Mori's life and spare her.
I'll consider it.
And one more thing.
More? Aren't you the greedy one?
Help me become stronger. That's everything.
Oh, now that's an interesting proposal. But it's a rather steep price to pay simply to satisfy my own curiosity. I could cherry-pick any test subject I wanted from the ones up for disposal. Why should I go through all this trouble of dealing with you instead?
How about this? I'll be the one to undergo the experiment. Not Uni. Does that sweeten the deal?
Do you even know what kind of experiments I'm conducting?
You're inserting a rapture core inside a NIKKE. Isn't that it?
Oh,
What'd you say?
There are 2 cores inside Uni.
2 cores? What are you talking about? How do you know that?
When you were all falling, do you remember how I caught you with my bubbles?
Yes.
When someone enters my bubble, I can learn a lot about them. That's how I found out. Uni was used as a test subject infused with a rapture. She now carries 2 cores inside her.
And are you saying one of those cores is...
Yes, I believe it belonged to a rapture.
a rapture core?
Oh,
So that's why she reacted the way she did to the calling signal.
I believe that is the reason why. Yes. Right now, at least, the NIKKE core is dominant. That allows for Uni's consciousness to maintain control over her body. But hearing the calling signal seems to activate the rapture core. Continual exposure to it could cause the rapture instincts to take her over completely. For someone like Uni, whose external body has been fused with a rapture, her identity as a NIKKE could become even more unstable. You must be careful.
I'll keep that in mind. Judging by your expression, I'd say I'm on the mark.
You're something else. You know that? How did you know?
Sorry, it's a secret.
Come now, give me just a little tease.
Do we have a deal, or what?
Well, it is an enticing proposal. All of my previous test subjects were NIKKE's about to be scrapped. With you, I'd have a chance to implant a rapture core into someone special. A NIKKE who was handcrafted by my adorable little sister, piece by piece. Uni's external body had already been fused with rapture parts, so it was already an alternative experiment in many ways. When the Mantis Squad was corrupted, I wondered if I could potentially find a use for them. But then, much to my disappointment, they were healed. After Uni, I didn't expect another opportunity like this to come along.
I'm glad that you're satisfied.
I certainly am. I had no idea such interesting NIKKEs existed. I feel like I've been missing out. If I'd known about you earlier, I would have taken you in back when you got shot in the head.
If you'd done that, then this moment wouldn't be possible, would it?
Fair point. So what is it that you're really after? Why are you so willing to subject your body to my experiments? You have 3 requests. Is that really everything?
Yes, that's everything.
Now that I think about it, your requests seem rather modest. Why do you want to become stronger? Do you find you're somehow lacking when it comes to eliminating raptures?
I want to take down gluttony.
Ah, gluttony! Yes, that would be an impossible task in your current state. It is officially classified as a tyrant class, but in actuality it's far beyond that. There's a reason it's named after a cardinal sin. But didn't you receive a new body recently?
Yes, but I lack the ability to fully utilize its power.
In other words, you lack talent.
I figured if anyone would have a solution, it would be you.
You figured right. If you undergo the same experiment Uni did, you will definitely become stronger. so that problem will resolve itself automatically. However, that means one of your wishes would have been granted without any real input from me. In that case, we'll say that I owe you one. You can come to me with a request later, and I'll grant it.
Thank you.
No need to thank me. You, of all people, should know that implanting a rapture core onto a living NIKKE is akin to a death sentence. If you want to back out, now's your last chance.
I've already gone through 2 memory wipes, and I'm walking around with a bomb strapped to my neck. I'm getting used to living life on the edge.
That may be so, but carrying 2 cores around is a different kind of thrill altogether.
It's no different from the pain I've had to endure up to this point.
Alright, fine. If that's what you really want. I'll stop playing around with the calling signal. I'll also give you what you want when it comes to that incubator friend of yours. As for the strength you desire, I will put it within your grasp.
Thank you.
But I get something in return. You're now my test subject for life. I get to do whatever I want to you, and you're expected to grin and bear it. Got that?
Yes. Understood.
Good. I think you're officially fit for my experimenting table.
I guess I have no choice but to fight.
Even when I'm preparing, I'm gorgeous. What a truly beautiful story this was. I am most pleased with it.
I hate her. She's been following us ever since we left the Ark. There's so much terror in her eyes, and yet she still came here with the intent of ruining me and Mihara. She activated that calling signal and made me suffer. She almost got Mihara killed. If Siren wasn't there, I would have killed Mihara with my own hands. I'll never forgive her for that.
Uni?
Mori stepped back. Uni walked toward Mori.
This girl tried to put Mihara in danger. She's put strange thoughts into Mihara's mind. She's put Mihara in danger. I can't forgive her. I won't forgive her.
Stay back, Uni.
And they back to choking again. Uni reached out and grabbed Mori's neck.
I must kill her. She put Mihara in danger. She's trying to kill Mihara. She killed Mihara. She's the most despicable thing there is. She's like me.
Uni's eyes start to go red again.
Uni! I'm sorry.
Tears start to form Mori's eyes.
I know you won't forgive me.
Shut up. I don't want to hear it.
I know I don't deserve forgiveness.
I said I don't want to hear it.
But you have to let me save Siren. Once I've saved her, then you can... then you can kill me.
A tear from Mori's eye fall onto Uni's hand.
Please, I'm begging you. I know what those words mean. They're the words spoken when you desperately want to save someone precious to you. When you want to help them so badly, but you're powerless. And so all you can do is beg. Beg and speak desperate, pleading words. I understand, but I don't want to. I hate that she's like me in this way. I hate that she thinks the same way I do. I can't kill her.
วันนี้ loosen her grip and Molly collapsed to the ground. Yuni slumped to the ground.
Yumi. I'm sorry. Sorry for putting you through this. For putting you and Mihara in harm's way again. I know you are. I still want to save her. She's the first person to ever be kind to me. And I loved it. I don't want to lose her or that feeling no matter what. I understand. I know that you feel the same way about Mihara. And yes, despite me knowing that, I'm still making you go out and put yourselves in danger. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for being so selfish. But I want to save her. I'm sorry. I know it all too well. How it feels to know affection for the first time. And how it feels when you lose it. I know that sorrow. That ache. I understand why Mihara wants to help her. To be honest, I also think we should save Siren. That's why I can't find it in myself to despise her fully.
Tears start falling from Yuni.
Uni? But I'm scared. I'm terrified. Terrified of losing Mihara again. I'm sorry.
Two broken hearts sit together across from one another. Each understands the other than anyone else ever could. Each feels sorry for the other, and both are afraid of losing what's more precious to them. And so they sit together and then cry.
Sorry to keep you guys waiting.
Mihara!
Yuni sensed ten vibes coming from Mihara.
Huh? What's wrong? Is something on your mind? What are those marks on Mori's neck?
Huh? Oh, nothing. I just bumped into a wall. Isn't that right, Uni? Isn't that right?
Well, I think something happened. But whatever it was, it seems like you two have resolved it. So, I won't press.
I appreciate it. Anyways, what took you so long? Did something happen?
No, nothing happened. I just found a way to become stronger, that's all.
What do you mean by that?
Excuse me.
Mana opened the door and come inside.
Oh, wow. We were about to make our way over to you. I appreciate you coming to us.
I think we can skip the small talk. Here.
Mana hands Molly glass jar contain crystal and batteries.
These are the E2 crystals for the operation.
Okay.
As I mentioned, They absorb electrical energy and are incredibly dangerous. For NIKKEs, even the slightest physical contact with these crystals will cause the body to be corrupted. Do not ever take them out of the jar, under any circumstances. If by any chance you do accidentally come into contact with the crystals, you must immediately shut down the power to that area of your body to prevent it from spreading. Understood?
Got it.
Mihara,
Yes?
everything is riding on this. Failure isn't an option.
I owe you, Mana.
If you want to repay me, come back alive. All of you. I'll be waiting.
We'll come back. No matter what.
The sound of something melting. The sound of something boiling. Sound of flowing liquid. Miss Doe called the sinister sound. The moment opened her eyes. Beyond the tiny bubble like crimson ocean, and inside that
The core!
large cartoony core staring back at her. Oh, we have to buy to process more. Go to shop.
I know I'll never see them again, but I still miss them. I'm sorry. I must succeed. For everyone's sake.
Our little mermaid sent it immediately.
I've been discovered. Gluttony knows I've been hiding the AA pillar from it. The bubble barrier is thinner than before. Probably because I condensed some of the bubbles around the AA pillar. That must have made it easier to detect.
The bubble ignited as it touched the seawater. The blade lashed out a repair crumbling bubble wall. The liquid seeped through the gap that can be repaired in
You
time.
really want to eat this, don't you?
Little mermaid tried re-embrace in case AA Villa and
Well,
cartoony
you
eyes.
can't have it. I don't care how much you glare at me. I'm not handing it over. I won't let you have it. My bubbles will dissolve the energy, and it will disappear.
Searing pain coursed through mermaid's entire body from her fingertip to her toe. At the same time, bubbling sensation surged from within her.
I'm reaching my limit, and I'm starting to feel the side effects from the bubbles. Before long, my entire body will be turned into liquid metal. Ew.
As her vision gradually faded, Little Mermaid wonders. She closed her eyes. How many more times will she able to open them?
No, not yet. I can't stop now. Not until all this energy is depleted.
Desperate, embracing immense energy to keep it from escaping. In the moment, closed her eyes again. Mihara and Uni track Catalin's movement. Meanwhile, Molly followed behind, not saying a word. Along the way, they encounter rupture and after rupture, time and time again. They take them down. They continue trail and press forward. It is Molly's first true skirmish with rupture, Friday and previous encounter with them. But she had only caught glimpse of rupture while fleeing support squad. But it is something else greater and altogether more terrifying. If you ask, the rupture could end her life at any moment with a single attack. Her wound accumulated and wear her down. So many times she wanted to collapse, to run away. She was not wanted. Dig a big hole in the ground and hide. But each time Molly think of this, she clenched her teeth. Think about two others whom she dragged into this. She think about Uni, eye filled with tears and terrified losing Mihara. Of Mihara's relentless effort to grant her wish. Of Soren who sacrificed himself in order to save everyone. And was now trapped inside colony facing her imminent doom. Only think about every word Soren has said, every affection gesture she knows showed to her. As she recalled at this, Molly rejected her face. She forced herself up again, forced fit to move forward. She tightened her grip and even though she wanted to grab shoulder and digging. Go on, she went out every day and night. Till finally,
I'm not seeing a trail anymore. Gluttony must be close.
we are just one step away from the place where Little Mermaid is
We
waiting.
finally found her.
I'm not alone. We're all in this together.
Oh no, I was just getting into the groove.
I need time. Reload.
I'll do my best. Cheer me on.
Now, let's finish this.
What a truly beautiful story this was. I am most pleased with it.
Let's go, everyone!
Better reload. Oh no, I was just getting into the groove.
Let me check the mirror for a moment.
I won't stop until we reach the happy ending.
There's a beach here. Yes, this should work nicely.
Is Gluttony here?
Yeah, it should be underground, within a 10-kilometer radius.
10 kilometers? How are we supposed to find it?
How do you think? We need to lure it out.
But how?
By using the beach, for starters. Setting up here will allow us to minimize the amount of raptures that could swarm us.
Then what?
Since Gluttony reacts to strong energy sources, I'd say it stands to reason that's what we have to use to lure it, don't you?
Do we have something that's capable of producing that much energy?
We do. Both of you, listen to me carefully. I'll lure out gluttony. Uni, once I get it to stop, you need to make sure it doesn't close its mouth. You need to hold it open for as long as you can, however you can, until Mori and Siren are out of there. There's a chance they might not be able to escape through Gluttony's breathing hole. While Uni's doing that, Mori, you need to take the E2 crystals and hop inside its mouth.
Okay.
The main reason Siren refuses to come out is that she intends on sacrificing herself in order to eliminate the energy inside the AA pillar. In other words, if we can't convince Siren to leave of her own accord, we can't save her. That's why your role is the most crucial, Mori. Not only do you have to go back inside Gluttony and plant the E2 crystals onto its core, you also have to meet up with Siren and convince her to come out. You can do it. No, you need to do it. We came here to save a life, not to lose our own.
You're right. I have to do it. I have to save her no matter what. That's why I asked for your help. You both are risking your lives for my sake. I won't fail you.
You've become a real trustworthy ally, Mori.
Don't make fun of me when I'm being serious.
All right. Anyway, shall we get started?
Uni urgently grabbed Mihara's hand.
Yes, Uni?
Uni shaking her head with Mihara, so she can explain why her instructive telling her to stop
Uni.
Mihara. Uni shaking her head desperately pleading for Mihara not to go through with this.
It's okay. I would never leave you behind. We promised each other that we would truly see each other, that we would feel each other's pain, and that we would atone for our sins together. I haven't forgotten that promise, and I intend to keep it. Trust me, and wait. Failure is not an option.
Uni let go of Mihara's hand.
Thank you, Uni. I'll be back.
Mihara stepped forward again and pinned
Code
Uni
release.
behind.
Activate all cores to their limit. Initiate fusion.
Recognition complete. Activate all cores in body to their limit. Error. Reaction error. Fusion unsuccessful. Unlock code deep. Activate all cores in body to their limit.
I am Alpha and Omega, the first and the last, the beginning and the end.
Initiating fusion.
The alien and Mihara claws start to go red.
Mihara!
Mihara crawled up, unable to withstand the pain.
What did you just say? Put what where?
Mana, you did receive what I sent, didn't you?
I believe so. Are you talking about this?
Mana pointed to palm side back box.
That's it. Looks like it arrived safely. I was worried because the elevator wasn't working properly. I suppose sending something small doesn't pose any issues.
I would like you to insert this in my body.
Excuse me?
It's a special gift I prepared for Mihara. To get her stronger much more quickly. Tuck it safe and sound beside her NIKKE core if you would. I would have loved to handle it myself, what with this being the first experiment and all. But as you know, I don't exactly have freedom of movement right now.
I'm still not following.
Mihara was the one who contacted me. Quite eagerly, I must say. She told me she requires additional strength in order to fight gluttony. Given that she couldn't utilize her current body's ability to its fullest, she wanted my help. And to that end, she agreed to become my test subject.
Mihara?
That's why I prepared this little doohickey for her. It's quite risky to be sure, but if you want to enhance a NIKKE's abilities in one go, it's the best option available.
So it's meant to enhance NIKKE's abilities. Yet you're having me insert it beside her core separately. Is this a rapture core?
You're familiar with the ins and outs of NIKKE bodies. I'm sure you can insert it next to her current core easily enough, right?
This is incredibly dangerous. If I insert this inside her, the NIKKE core could...
Do you remember your promise from long ago? You said you would help me the next time I wanted to do something good. Well, now's that time. I can't leave the Ark at the moment. And Mihara needs to fortify her strength straight away. That leaves us with you, Mana. You're the only one who can do this.
You call inserting this inside a NIKKE a good thing?
Of course. I'm giving a NIKKE who wants to be stronger the power she deserves. What's more benevolent than that?
But a NIKKE and Rapture Core can't exist together. You of all people should know that a NIKKE's core...
Yes, I know. NIKKE cores have a barrier which prevents them from reacting with other cores. But what if you could break past that barrier?
What? Are you telling me you figured out a way? How?
That's my little secret. If I told you, you might have to get sent somewhere awfully dangerous. You don't want that, do you?
No.
Now then, be a good girl, would you? Don't let your curiosity get the best of you. Don't peek inside the box and just put it inside her, okay?
Understood.
What's this barrier you're both talking about?
NIKKE cores have a safety mechanism, which makes it so they can't react with other cores. Even if it's two NIKKE cores in one body, it prevents them from interacting. It would also prevent Rapture cores from devouring the NIKKE core, and vice versa.
You mean NIKKE and Rapture cores can consume each other?
Yes, a clear example of that is core dust. It can distill a Rapture core down to its essence, and use that to stimulate growth within a NIKKE's own core.
Jien!
Oh dear, there I go again, running my mouth. If you knew any more about this, Mihara, you'd never be allowed up on the surface again. So I'll stop there. On the other hand, it's nice knowing the stakes, don't you think?
Of course. It's important to know these things.
Now then, Mihara, once that core is implanted into your body, all the abilities you previously couldn't draw out from your body will fully awaken. If there are no changes after the surgery, then it means your body itself is defective. However, I can quite confidently say that my sister is the best of the best when it comes to building NIKKEs. So I'm sure you'll become much stronger, Mihara. That is, if you can endure the pain. Every prior test subject has died because they couldn't withstand the pain. You, however, said you'd be willing to do anything. So I'm sure you'll be able to endure it, won't you?
Of course.
I can't wait to see how it turns out.
Warning, system error. Warning, core response error. Warning, core resonance activation. Connecting code error. Warning, core type match error. Warning, barrier reactivation required.
I know you're not used to a core like this, but you've got to accept it.
Mihara closed her eyes and began to suppress the sensation surging through her. Inside her body near her core is searing heat like blazing inferno. The configuration expands and begins to engulf Mihara's own core.
Warning, barrier reactivation required. Warning, barrier reactivation required.
All this warning sound echo in her head. Mihara's movement, sense, and everything slowly become consumed by fire.
If this continues, my body will...
Mihara's body began to grow even redder. The inside of her boiled like a massive fireball, a volcano on the verge of eruption. As it on her consciousness drifted further and further away. It's then that Mihara realized the moment because as she knows would be this from somewhere she can see some screaming. I felt a voice cry out in agony. Screaming, pulling her not to leave her behind again. Who is she? Who's calling me? And Mihara locked eyes. Her eyes trembled with fear. It fell up to see Mihara once again. I begged Mihara to keep her promise. Mihara closed those eyes, filled with despair again. Mihara bit on her cheeks. Harder, the sharp pain in her mouth pulled Mihara back to life.
Me.
Wait.
Don't worry. I'll accept it all. The pain, the sorrow, the desperation, all of it. I'll take it all in. I will never abandon you. This time, no matter what, I will bring you back on the right path. If we die together. And if we live together. I will claim this power as my own, in order to protect our bond, no matter how great the pain. I'll do this, so that no one will ever take you away from me again.
Light began to radiate from Mihara's body.
Mihara?
A purplish light, dark enough almost to be black, burst from Mihara's core, and chain light pattern of same color spread over her body. Mihara recognized the change in her body. She now realized how to awaken sensation contained within all the living things. No matter how much larger her target is, no matter how overwhelming powerful they are, or how much pain they can endure, none of it matters anymore. So unless her four are alive and connect to her via chain on her body, she knows that she can feel their pain as well. She can endure any amount of suffering they inflict upon her. Of that she is certain.
Such power. My arms could be ripped off. My entire body could be smashed to a pulp. And I would enjoy it. There's no limit to the pain that I can now endure. How thrilling. Oh, the fun I'm going to have.
That clanking sound of chain link, the pattern on her body fade and then disappear into her skin.
In order to establish a connection with these chains,
Mihara left her pendulum attached to the end of her whip.
all I have to do is stab the enemy with this. Suen was right. If this is the kind of ability she originally envisioned, then the sensory exchange I was capable of before could only be considered a failure.
Mihara looked at Yuni and Mori, who are watching anxiously.
Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine. I've never felt this powerful in my life. Almost omnipotent. And considering how much energy I just released, it's bound to come calling. Everyone, back up.
Gluttony emerged from the ground.
Gluttony!
Now that our guest has accepted my invitation, let's go, Uni.
Mihara stepped forward, hearing a familiar prison warden about to weave massive prison for her prey.
Let the hunt begin.
I guess I have no choice but to fight.
There's some dirt on my face.
Why don't they just develop something like an infinite magazine?
I can go further.
What a truly beautiful story this was. I am most pleased with it.
Mihara swung her whip toward Gluttony. Sensing the threat, Gluttony attempted to retreat downward.
Sorry to tell you this, but you're not going anywhere.
Mihara lunged forward, strike at Gluttony with a pendulum. Gluttony seized its body and blocked the blade with teeth.
Darn, it's good at sensing danger. Maybe it knows instinctively that a hit from this is bad news.
Mihara stepped back and swung pendulum toward Gluttony once more.
Mihara, watch out for the tentacles!
Gluttony extended its tentacle toward Mihara. Yuni grabbed the tentacles. Gluttony tentacle waved as if trying to escape Yuni's grip. But she clenched the cruel bundle of filler tightly and refused to let go.
Uni.
With a thundering roar, a shower of splinters burst from Gluttony's body.
on, duck!
Qualifies her weapon. And the shadow hurling forward Mihara and Yuni. Confirming that she wasn't able to shoot down for the ground.
Wow, your shooting is really improved, Mori.
I still missed a few, so don't get too comfortable.
Thankfully, it's too busy digesting something to spew out that silver liquid. In that case, we've got a chance.
Mihara lightened her grip and her whip charged forward. Mihara dodged and gaping more attempt to swallow her and drive Pendulum into Katani.
Now then.
The purple chin-like pattern begin to etch himself on Katani's body, accompanied by a metallic sound. At the same time, similar pattern appear on Mihara's body.
Now that our chains are connected, why don't we swap our senses?
The chain pattern engraved on Katani and Mihara's body go lambent purple, and the sound of chain tightening fills the air.
I can feel it. So this is what you're feeling. You really do have so much inside you. And you've never felt the sensation of your own cheek being bitten down on, have you? Would you like me to show you? Let's enjoy this pain together.
Mihara opened wide and bite down all inside her mouth.
You're so spirited now. Why don't we enjoy a little more?
Katani trembled violently as its teeth cutting from
Goodness.
agony.
I didn't expect the pain to be so bad that you'd try to close your mouth. We can't have that. Otherwise Mori won't be able to pass through. Yuni?
Yuni, let's go tentacle and quickly dash forward. She pried open stopping Katani's mouth and forced her body inside, while bearing the weight of its descending fang. She keeps your forcibly open.
Yuni!
Katani continued to spank you in pain. Yuni used every ounce of her strength to keep the creature's mouth open and crushing weight of laser-sharp teeth bearing down on her.
No! Your body can't handle the stress! You're incredible, Yuni.
Yuni.
Mori, you have exactly 30 minutes, not a second more. After that, my sensory exchange will be severed. You've got to convince Siren before then.
30 minutes? That's all I have?
Can you do it?
Yes, I can do this.
Then go. Go and rescue Siren.
Okay.
Molly looked at Yuni, who seemed to be calling to her.
I can't believe it. Did she just wish you good luck?
I think so. Thank you, Uni. I'll rescue Siren if it's the last thing I do.
But look ahead for what backchasm that chronic gaping more. Meanwhile, unit display continue to keep a jaw open. And the back beast holding door closer to her. Suddenly,
Huh?
something fall at her feet. A compass and a guide where they are, but easy to heal her wound. A chocolate bar keep her anger at bay. A future accept her skin more than there was a critical moment. Everything that keep her alive is now falling to the ground. And the reality she had been trying to avoid come rushing at her head on. Along with it, a fear that come crashing in. Somebody beside her while screaming for her to stop. Part of her wants to stop right there and cry out, "We can't do this. This is really insane." But the seduction mission? What if Selene already dead? What if she never realized Molly are coming to save her? What if there still even continues with of silver liquid left in complete throat? All unit can hold any longer and mouth closed. With me Hera collapsed and no longer listen cartooning.
No.
She will die. She died in the most exclusive way. The life she fought so hard and hold onto will crumble away in an instant. Just like how the will fell on the ground. So will she go firmly into that cold embrace?
No!
If so, she has to run. She must. There are people out there who have risked their life for her. It's time for her to repay affection she has been given. She has to save the person who reached out and gave her reason to live. She has to go to her. Only ignore fallen element for her life, summon her strength, and push out the crowd with all her might. She sent herself holding for a while, rolling toward last like a beast.
I will send you all away.
There are more?
And let's go again. Tell me the story of victory. I'm glad I was able to protect everyone.
There is a massive tremor and Crimson Seed began to search violently.
That sound.
In the moment, lift her head and gaze above.
Gluttony is shaking?
In the moment, close her eyes and focus on the sound of gluttony is making. Deep vibration reverses throughout gluttony body as it tries to move. And while our liquid inside the violently.
It's as if it's fighting against something. But what?
In the moment, focus even more listening to intense noise coming from outside. A sound of something being pierced to gluttony body. The unconscious cry of gluttony within pain. The sound of something blocked Gattoni's mouth. Sound of footsteps.
Someone's running this way? Siren! Ah!
Little Mermaid looked up. Through the gap of Gattoni's open mouth, light poured in. And within that light, Molly is there.
Mori!
Little Mermaid vaguely raised her hand.
I need to save her!
The bubble stayed from Little Mermaid's fingertips and wrapped around Molly. Shortly after, bubble landed on the tree.
Mori!
I really thought I was gonna die.
What are you doing here again?
Hold on.
Molly hurriedly dig up to her belongings. Psychowater, DE2 crystal and battery remain intact.
Thank goodness. I got it through safely.
Mori?
Siren!
Molly grabbed Little Mermaid's arm.
Let's get out of here.
Oh?
Gaze upon me, my audience.
Reload.
There's some dirt on my face.
Did you see that? I'm strong, but my comrades are stronger.
Let's get out of this place, Siren. Mihara and Uni are waiting for us outside. They're keeping Gluttony from moving. We need to leave at once.
I can't. I must ensure the AA Pillar's energy is completely depleted.
You can do that outside. You just need to take it with you so that Gluttony can't consume it.
That's impossible. Gluttony is instinctively drawn to substantial energy sources. Even if we take it outside, Gluttony won't stop chasing it until it's consumed once more. If it does swallow it and ends up digesting it, there'll be no going back.
Then we have to take out Gluttony.
I'm sorry. I can't go up against Gluttony now, not with my powers weakened as they are.
Look, we can use this.
Molly hauled out a glass bottle and showed it to Little Mermaid.
What is that?
This thing absorbs electrical energy. If we can lodge it into Gluttony's core, we might be able to stop it.
Oh, how does it work?
I honestly don't really understand the mechanics, but Mana, a researcher from MMR, said that if this comes into contact with Gluttony's core, it'll expand and absorb all of Gluttony's energy until it ceases to be.
But doesn't that mean it would also be dangerous for us NIKKEs?
Yes, but Mana said it'll be fine as long as it's contained somehow, like in this glass bottle. They were originally intending to use the AA pillar to eliminate the crystals, but then Gluttony swallowed it and threw a wrench in the works.
So that's what the AA pillar was doing here in the first place.
I don't pretend to know all the details, but if we inject this into Gluttony's core, we can stop it. So let's be done with this and get the hell out of here.
Little Mermaid take a glass bottle from Molly.
Siren?
Mori,
Yes?
you keep place to give me this?
Yes.
Thank you, Mori. And I'm sorry.
Little Mermaid gently removed Molly's hand from her arms.
But I'm not leaving this place.
What?
I will use this to defeat gluttony. But first, you must leave.
No. I'm not leaving without you.
I might not be able to hit gluttony's core on the first try. Even if I do manage to insert it into the core, it might not have the effect that we expect. Someone has to stay behind and keep watch.
Then we'll both stay.
We don't know how dangerous these crystals are, or what effects they will have on the bubbles, or NIKKEs. If things go wrong, we could both end up dead.
And we'll die together.
Mori!
Don't even think about using your kotodama on me. No matter how many times you send me out, I'll find a way to crawl back in.
Mori, don't do this.
No, you stop this. Don't throw your life away just because there's a tiny chance things might not go as planned. If there's even the slightest possibility, you need to cling to it. Stay alive.
Mori.
I know that I can't be of any help here. I'm not a goddess of victory like you. And even getting gluttony to swallow me was a struggle. I can't even shoot well enough to block all the debris flying at me and my friends. There's no way I can lodge these crystals into gluttony's core either. Not with my pathetic strength. I'm just a useless NIKKE with nothing but this body. An incompetent member of the incubator squad who's about to be scrapped. I can't make a single impact in this filthy, cruel world. I know that. I know that, but...
Molly stared straight at Little Mermaid with tear-filling eyes.
I want to save you! I want to do that much. At least, you told me to live. That you were glad I was born. You saved my life. I want to see a world where you can be happy. So live. Show me that it's possible. Prove to me that the world is a kind and beautiful place. That as long as you keep living, someday happiness will come.
Mori.
Prove to me that kindness should be repaid with kindness. That this is how we can find happiness. That good people will be rewarded someday. You're the only person who's ever celebrated my existence. You're the one and only true goddess of victory.
Goddess of victory.
I don't want to live in a world where you're not around. I'll lose all semblance of hope. How could I go on living in a world where no one celebrates my being there? So live for me. Even if there's one small chance at survival. Cling to it and seize victory. Stay alive and keep surviving. Save me.
Molly extended her hand toward Little Mermaid.
My goddess of victory!
Little Mermaid looked at Molly's outstretched hand, and then into her eyes, which stared back at her. The eye of someone who truly believed in her. Eyes feeling unwavering faith. Eyes that seem utterly unbreakable. In those eyes, Little Mermaid can see herself, Molly, a goddess of victory. Finally, something dawned up on Little Mermaid. She recalled how many years ago her friend had offered her hand in front of her lips. And wow, they made that day.
But the story isn't over yet. I must continue writing it. Not just for myself, but for all of you as well.
Then we step into the lift that they expect to succeed. Nah. We never try to predict our success. Instead, we simply carry out mission, which we will rewrite our story.
I promise that the story we'll write from now on won't be one of failure, but one with a happy ending.
To reach a happy ending.
Come, let's write our story.
It is our right to become goddess of victory, who will never fall again. The man looked again at hand extended toward her. Every time she wavered and wanted to run away, a fate unshakable fate guiding her. And now once more that hand reaching out to her.
You're right. I can't give up. If there's even the slightest chance of us being able to rewrite our story, I have to take it.
นี่แต่มาเม็ดกับมูลิหัน
I will survive. I will become the indomitable goddess of victory.
Yes, that's it.
Together, we'll survive and forge our own happy ending.
Yes!
Let us get off to a beautiful start.
Better reload. Did you see that? I'm strong, but my comrades are stronger.
The story will be rewritten into a tale that's happy and beautiful.
Looks like you've finally calmed down a bit.
Anthony seemed to consumed by pain, his body shaking really stiffening.
Even a big old rapture like you has its limits when it comes to pain, huh?
Yuni's arm, which had been holding Gaffney's mouth open, began to quake.
Yuni. It's exerting a lot of force, isn't it?
Yuni nods her head.
Shall I help you lift this?
Yuni shakes her head.
You can handle it? You're incredible, Yuni. I know it must be tough, but you're holding up well.
Yuni looked at her creaking arm. The force is immersed, but she can't let it go. For the moment she does, to live will be in danger. Yuni suddenly feels as if weight is pressing down on her. Is that part of true life? And then she remembers the way she first told who was around when all this life. If she were able to bear weight or leave the loss on her thought, but back then, that's how heavy it would be. And that instant when you feel unbearable weight of her sin, she now realized a full weight and promised she made them. Promised that she would do anything. The great her realization with the weight of her sin upon her shoulder. It crunching her, suffocating her.
Yuni.
Yuni looked at Mihara.
It's okay. You're not alone. I'm here to bear the burden with you. That's why I gain this strength. So, let's save them. Let's rescue those who see our presence as a gift. The ones who consider us friends. If we keep saving them all, one by one, maybe someday, we'll be able to find the path to redemption. I'll be right there with you, Uni, until we reach the end of that path. So don't be afraid. Anyway, I wonder if Mori managed to convince Siren. What's with all this shaking?
From inside Katini mouth, two small bubbles pop out.
Bubbles?
The tiny bubble of both Vajini and Mihara's ears. And whisper.
Uni! Mihara!
Siren?
Get back!
Uni!
Mihara and Uni pull out pendulum and retreat along with Uni. Just as they made their escape, a massive watery bubble shot out from Katani's mouth.
Wow!
A bubble plunged into the ocean, and then,
Uni, get down!
as Mira pulled Uni down, pure liquid poured out from the sky.
Don't worry.
Yara opened her eyes. A massive purple bubble spreading above Uni and Mihara like umbrella shielding them from silver rain. At the center studied the mermaid and Mori.
I won't let anything hurt you. Ever.
Siren.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
A few minutes earlier,
Siren?
Oh?
Do I really have to fire this thing?
Uh-huh.
Molly nervously looked at
Let me
Bubble
make sure
and
I've
in
got
her
this right.
hand.
The bubble bullet containing the crystals is loaded in here. And once I pull the trigger, it'll fly straight towards the core, right?
Uh-huh. And while you do that, I'll send this entire space up to the surface. That way, we can protect ourselves from any unforeseen dangers the crystals might pose.
You're going to bring up this entire area?
That's why I need your help. The moment I make this space float, that's when you fire that gun. That way, the bullet will hit the core at the same time we surface.
But what if I mess up? What if I miss the core?
It's okay. The bullet will find its mark. I guarantee it.
In other words, even if I miss, you'll use your kotodama to make sure it lands where it should.
Uh-huh.
All right then.
Molly positioned herself under a bubble tree where she had careless view of Katoni core.
I'm ready. Let me know when I need to shoot.
Uh-huh. All right then.
At the moment, close her eyes and give a command to every bubble in the surrounding area.
All together now. Let's rise to the surface.
The powerful shimmer spread in place and the bubble began to float.
Mori, now!
Molly locked her eye on Katoni's floating red core.
Here goes nothing.
She pulled the trigger. A bullet ejected from bubble gun pierced through the bubble wall and hastened for Katoni's core.
Siren!
Hit your mark.
I thought I was gonna die back there. —
only collapsed onto the ground.
What about the crystals?
We made sure it hit Gluttony's core. We saw it start to expand.
The former Paradise Gluttony started slowly lash about.
I guess that wasn't quite enough to do the trick.
Yes, but it looks like it had no effect.
Little Mermaid pointed at Gluttony mouth. Inside is gaping maw. All the skeletons continually form and dissolve into silver liquid.
Looks like it chowed down on those crystals, all right.
We must eliminate Gluttony once and for all before the silver liquid completely dissolves the crystals. So, I'd like to ask, will you fight by my side?
Little Mermaid turned around.
As if you had to ask.
Huh?
Of course we're with you. That's why we came here.
Yeah. Don't be silly and ask such an obvious question. I already told you, we're all coming back alive.
Little Mermaid is surrounded by friends who risk their life to save her. Friends who are unbreakable.
You're right! We're all making it out of here alive. Let's win this together!
All right.
Encounter!
What a truly beautiful story this was. I am most pleased with it.
Gluttony rolled at the ground.
Doesn't this thing ever get tired? It's taken one heck of a beating, and it's still making such intense vibrations.
The core is certainly holding up better than we expected. It isn't breaking apart like we thought it would. Maybe the core has gotten weak, and there's not enough energy reaching the crystals.
If only we could throw some kind of bait to make the core expand and the crystals grow larger.
Bait! Ah! I've got just the thing!
What? Oh, you mean the AA pillar?
Oh, right. I totally forgot about that thing.
Since it's already been melted by the silver liquid, it should be absorbed quickly.
If we feed that to the core, the crystals should grow much larger.
Uh-huh.
Well then, let's get this thing to open wide, so you can feed it a little treat.
Let's go. All right.
Verify barrage bullet at Gluttony battle body. Instead of try to follow the ground, avoid a bullet. But you need grab a hold them, preventing the beast from retreating underground.
Nice going, Uni.
Mihara swing her whip toward Gluttony and lost pendulum firmly into the body. Gluttony spills silver liquid into the air.
Watch out!
Spread out!
At just a moment, whisper a red bubble expand shield group.
Don't you dare go around spewing such dangerous stuff.
Chain pattern appear. Mihara Gluttony body begin to
Shall we
grow.
have another go at it together?
Mihara bites down inside her cheeks. For a brief moment, Katani freezes and unable to withstand the pain.
Siren!
Oh! You want this pillar so badly? Come and get it!
As System stretches her arm, a bubble brimming with a pillar energy blooming in the air.
Step back!
Okay.
All right.
Mihara ยังเอา pendulum unless the fish suddenly opened its mouth wide. And for a little moment, it's called suddenly scraping raw.
You want food?
And the bubbles fly toward Katani's core.
Then chew on this!
A silver liquid within the bubble seeps into Katani's core. Then, the E2 crystal absorbs energy surging from core, causing them rapidly expand.
Break apart!
As large Katani's core shatters, Katani collapses on the ground. The crystal fills at mouth and shatters.
It's finally
Their convulsion grows fainter.
What's that?
I think it's Gluttony's main body.
Wait, you're telling me there's more to this thing?
No wonder I sensed something more when I exchanged senses with it. That must have been the connection to its main body.
You're right. When I was inside its throat, I used the bubbles to investigate. Gluttony consists of one massive main body with multiple mouths attached to it. The place where I was staying was inside the throat of one of those mouth organs.
So, the core we just destroyed is the core of that mouth?
I'm afraid so.
So that's why you kept saying we were inside its throat and not its stomach. That's some rapture.
How can you still laugh at a time like this? What are we gonna do if that thing comes back?
It won't. Judging by how faint those sounds are, it seems to have run away.
So it severed one of its mouths and fled?
It most likely ran away because its main body was about to be swallowed by the crystal.
Nice to know we had it against the ropes. Considering how it ran off with its tail tucked between its legs, I doubt it will be back anytime soon. It knows that this place is filled with its worst nightmare.
So what then? Did we win?
Yes, we did. We won.
We won! We won!
Good job, everyone!
Siren, how does it feel to be back in the great outdoors after so long?
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I guess it has been a long time for you.
Yeah. It's been a really long time.
Little Mermaid looked up at the sky. Instead of familiar underwater scenery, a real sky come into view.
Wow, the sun is rising.
Yeah, it's so beautiful.
Beyond the horizon, the sun slowly ascends, hitting the surrounding in golden light.
It's breathtaking. The world is so beautiful.
You bet it is.
Oh, Mihara, Uni, Mori.
Tears fall down Little Mermaid's eyes.
Thank you for saving me.
Siren.
What are you crying for?
Because I'm so thankful. I never thought I'd be able to see the sun again. To be able to set my feet on solid ground. Breathe in fresh air. I didn't even dare dream of it.
Siren.
Thank you for saving me. For not giving up on me. For extending your hands out to me.
Oh man, don't you cry. If you do, I'll start crying too.
Oh.
Molly covers her face with her hands.
Don't cry, Mori.
Don't you start laughing. Do you have any idea how worried I was? Don't you ever do that again. No more heroic sacrifices or any of that nonsense. Never again. You hear me?
Yes, okay.
Before the dazzling golden sunrise, a flustered Little Mermaid consoles Molly, who is wiping away her tears. Meanwhile, Nisibi gets at what being seen before her.
Uni. How are you feeling? How does it feel saving someone for the first time?
Yoni looks at her battle arms. Then Molly and Little Mermaid who are laughing together.
Feels good? If you feel good, then so do I. You did great, Uni. All right, you two. That's enough moving around now. That girl. Isn't that one of your bubbles, Siren?
Oh?
Everyone look at the direction Mihara is pointing and see a girl with a long pigtail made purplish bubble.
Those are the bubbles I sent to find Cinderella.
Little Mermaid reached out toward the girl, but the bubble eventually disappeared.
What's she doing here?
Siren, over there. Look.
Molly pointed behind Little Mermaid.
Over there.
Siren? Cinderella?
Well, what are you waiting for?
Our voices soar together, conquer stars, hand in hand, chains is it really you? It's warm. Cinderella! Cinderella! I missed you, Siren.
Tears?
It's a good thing you decided to stay alive, huh?
UNbreakable sphere is in. The bubble finally reached out the surface. On the surface, a little mermaid fairy living in a meadow she missed dearly.
We finally met! My dream has come true! Knowing that what's by my side is unbreakable fills me with such joy! I'll be leaving soon. Thank you, everyone, for everything.
Alright. For the next week, the hard difficult will unlock, and for the final part will be released. So that's it for streaming now.